Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today we are talking about the leak slash confirmation of Call of Duty 2018 being titled Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Now, I was in disbelief about this because, to be completely honest, I did not expect a Black Ops 4 at all. I expected them to do something completely new, like a new title at least. It would still continue on with the storyline, but it would have a new title because I just felt like they wanted to kind of, you know, they packaged Black Ops as a trilogy. They wanted to keep it as this trilogy, you know what I mean, and have it end at the third one, just like they did with Modern Warfare. But they are, in fact, and it's not 100%. This is like a 90%, maybe a little bit more than 90% confirmation. I take this with not a grain of salt, but with a handful of salt, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe like a little bit, like a half handful of salt. Take it with that, all right? Because it's 90%. It's most likely going to be this, but if it's not, then oh well. It's just a title, right? We know it's going to be modern. We kind of know that. We can tell it's going to be modern setting just by like last year, a while ago, Treyarch was asking for people to join their company and that have experience in modern technology, modern weaponry, modern stuff, which I'm very happy about this because we have not had a modern Call of Duty since Ghosts, really, to be completely honest. Ghosts was the last like modern era Call of Duty, but even then that had a little bit of futuristic tech in it. It was a little more on the advanced side of life. But if we're talking about like the actual last modern game, it would be MW3 and the Modern Warfare series. But I'm just very happy we're going back to modern because having future games for a couple years was getting pretty boring after a while. You know, we're getting burnt out at the future era, which is fine and all. I was fine with the future era. Obviously, it was getting a little old. And then we went back to World War II, which is awesome. I love World War II, but we don't want that every year. I don't want World War II every year. So I was nervous that they were gonna do, you know, another World War II type game, and I wouldn't want that 2 years in a row. I would not. That's like after World at War instead of getting MW2, you get another World War II title. It wouldn't work for me. It really wouldn't. So I'm thankful we're not getting that. We're getting a modern title. It's exactly what I wanted. It's coming from Treyarch. Very excited for this game. Very, very, very excited since Treyarch is got to be the #1 developer, in my opinion. So where is this information coming from? Where is these idea of Black Ops 4 being leaked to us from? So from Eurogamer, I'm reading this off of Eurogamer.net. It says this year's Call of Duty is Black Ops 4. Multiple sources have confirmed to Eurogamer. Black Ops 4 is in development at Treyarch, the Activision studio behind 3 other Black Ops games, and as you'd expect is due for launch late in the year. The Black Ops storyline so far has covered the Cold War, near future, and a further future time period in 2065. In particular, Black Ops 3 had a fully sci-fi focus, something which Black Ops 4 will dial back to better fit the series' recent desire for a more grounded feeling in response to the negative feedback surrounding 2016 space set Infinite Warfare. Word of Black Ops 4's first appeared online this week in a Twitter post from a self-styled industry insider, Marcus Sellers. In a series of posts made over the past few days, Sellers also referenced as a Nintendo Switch version of Black Ops 4 was being in development. And so Marcus Sellers is some guy at Nintendo who obviously works with Nintendo Switch, and he has leaked tons of Nintendo Switch stuff, tons of games from Nintendo Switch early, leaked tons of stuff, and it's all came true. Now he is saying in this tweet that COD 2018 is Black Ops 4 and it's coming to PS4, Xbox, PC, and Switch. It is set in the modern times and is boots on the ground. The Switch version will support DLC, HD Rumble, emotional controls. The Switch version is also being ported by a company which is familiar with COD games. I don't really care much about the Switch version considering I don't have a Switch. I don't play it. But I am very excited with the other details. That's called Black Ops 4 and is set modern times, boots on the ground. Last year's Call of Duty World War II saw an uptick from 2016's disappointing sales of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but franchise numbers remain far from their peak. Black Ops 1, released in 2010, remains the high watermark. The last Call of Duty game for Nintendo console was 2013's COD Ghost, which launched for Wii U. So, Activision declined the comment when contacted by Eurogamer, so they would not answer. To them asking Activision if it's actually called Black Ops 4. Obviously they wouldn't. Why would they? I find this to be very, very interesting, this whole thing, because it's February. Now, they usually get these information to be released to us. It usually becomes apparent that, you know, we know a Call of Duty title, we know tons of stuff about it. Usually around the late March era is when we start getting leaks. But February, early February, that is early, man. That is so early. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I just wanted to go over that real quick with you guys. I'm just giving you guys information about Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and I'm definitely gonna be making tons of videos over the next month or so about Black Ops 4. You know, what I have a feeling about the game. You know, what I think it'll entail, what I want it to entail. Stuff about multiplayer, stuff about zombies, stuff about campaign. In my opinion, campaign, I have a great idea for it. I'll just go over it real quick. Frank Woods, the actor who plays Frank Woods. This is not just an idea. This is a theory also. Because Frank Woods, the actor who plays him, has been very, very prevalent on Twitter about Call of Duty over the past few years, honestly, or like the past year or two. Which obviously the past year or two is when they've been in development for this next Treyarch game. And he's been very prevalent talking about World War II, talking about Black Ops 3, talking about all these Call of Duties. He still plays it to this day. And he also made a comment about Black Ops 4 on his Twitter. And he just makes tons of stuff. He always references Woods. He's a very big Woods fan. Obviously, he plays him. He would obviously care about the character a lot. I am assuming we are getting the campaign based on what happened to Frank Woods in between 1980s, which was during Black Ops 1, all the way to 2025 in Black Ops 2. We are going to get his Frank Woods storyline around 2010, 2015, around that time period. He would be later in his, years. He'd be a little older, not as old as he was in, obviously. Oh wait, would that even work? Well, no, it wouldn't be completely based on Frank Woods is what I'm trying to say. He would be in it. It would be about him, but obviously he wouldn't be the playable character because that wouldn't be possible. Because Frank Woods, I mean, it could be, but it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be because he's in a wheelchair. He got his legs like blown off, not blown off, but he's got his kneecaps shot off in around the 1980s by Menendez. But it would be around that time period, and I think we would get to see him in certain ways, and we would get to see flashbacks of, not really flashbacks, but we get to see scenes of him, maybe even plays him in the past as flashbacks, like I said. I don't know who the main character would be, but I do think Frank Woods is going to be prevalent in the storyline in some way, so they're going to connect it back to Black Ops in some way, shape, or form. I'm just very interested in what they're going to do. I'm interested in what they're going to do in zombies, interested in what they're going to do with multiplayer, because every Call of Duty recently has been trying some big innovation, and I'm really interested as to what the innovation might be. I'm hoping it's going to be vehicles in some way, shape, or form, but we'll have to wait and see. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.